Hello and welcome back to this ITT Future You video, where today we're going to be talking about motivation when you're worn out. And it seems quite an apt topic. This happens all year round, but at this time of year, at the time of recording this, we're in between that Christmas New Year time. And because of that, we are often spinning plates, we're often doing lots of things, but I also recognize that you could be doing lots of things too. So we're going to talk about motivation when you're worn out. Now, just in case this is the first time you've stumbled across a ITT Future You video, my name, as you can see there, is Jenny Kovacs. I'm a visibility queen, which means that I help people, businesses, and organizations to stand out, raise their professional profile, really put themselves out there so they feel like they're taken seriously and not ignored, or they can be seen by more people. So there are a couple of different circumstances where you just might be worn out. It could be that you've been studying hard. It could be that you've been working hard. It could be down to a lot of things. Now, here are the three most common things people that work closely with me tell me. So the first thing is, sometimes it's the time of year. Sometimes their work's seasonal. So in the travel industry, it's very well known that you have the peaks season, which everybody is kind of going into now. This means that you're on full tilt, full pelt. Some of you, it could be that there's a lack of light. Depending on which hemisphere you're in, as the days get shorter, the mornings get darker, the evenings get darker, and you have less light. And because of our activity, maybe it's colder, you tend to not be able to replenish in the same way you might do in sunnier times. And then the other thing that people tell me about is that, well, being around people drains me, or sometimes I've been peopled out too much. There are lots more reasons, of course, why people get worn out. So here are some things that you can do from this video that will help you to recharge your batteries. Now, if it's a time of year and it's busy, this seems almost like an oxymoron, but there are a lot of things that you can do. So one of the things you can do if you're busy is to make sure that you religiously take breaks. If you're sitting in front of your screen, take breaks from the screen, even if it's 5 minutes. What I recommend, if you're like, but I'm so busy, Jenny, I've got so much to do, in every hour, make sure that you're away from a screen for at least 10 minutes. Now, although this sounds a bit kind of counterintuitive, what you'll find is that once you've had that break, even if it's for a matter of minutes, what you'll find is when you go back, your creative juices will start to flow. You'll be able to think more clearly. You'll feel sharper. This in turn will motivate you moving forward because you won't have that feeling of dread of, oh, I'm in front of my computer, I'm in front of my screen, and I'm going down some sort of treadmill. This will actually work and actually help. And if you get so into the things that you're doing, one of my top tips is to set an alarm on your phone so that at the end of the 50-minute period, something beeps, something goes off so that you know it's time to take a break. Get a drink, drink some water, go outside, even if it is a little bit more wintry and cold. Just getting that vitamin D on your skin will make a world of difference. So the busyness, and the next thing that I alluded to was the lack of light. So just before I go on to the next piece, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. Even if you're thinking, who are the ITT? If you look up the ITT Future You, you'll find out how you can get involved and join them. But even if not, as a supporter of the ITT Future You, subscribe to this channel. We'd love to see more of you subscribe to the channel. And we know that those of you that are members, there's more members than those of you who have currently subscribed. So remember, pass on to a friend, a colleague, a peer, a fellow student, and let's grow this channel so that we can bring you more bits of information, useful content, and helpful things in when you're creating your future you. So I alluded to lack of sunlight. This, for many people, has quite a drastic effect. Now, this is not medical advice, so if you think that you need more medical advice, go and see a medical professional. However, at this time of year, especially in this particular hemisphere, where maybe the nights are longer and the mornings are longer and it's darker, one of the things that will help you to feel more motivated within yourself is to get as much light as you possibly can. So if you can, take a lunch break and go for a walk. Just 10 minutes will do. Try to sit close to a window where you can have the sunlight. And I'm saying this because I sit very close to a window, have that sunlight going in. Maybe some extra vitamin D will help. And some people even have a light lamp. I can't remember the proper name of it, but that has the natural light, sunlight, that actually beams through. This is extremely helpful. And you'll notice that if a lack of light seems to demotivate you, more light will absolutely motivate you, and you'll be able to crack through the things that you want to get done. So then the third thing, which a lot of people don't consider, and as I speak on many stages, and as I go into different corporations and businesses, and even as I speak to people privately, they will say, "Oh, but I'm not so great at putting myself out there because I'm introverted or I'm extroverted." So I want to speak to just a small piece of this in the time that we've got, as to how you can work that. Now, at this time of year, you might be going to see a lot of people absorbing energy, and depending on which side of the coin you're on, there are a couple of things to consider. The difference between being introverted and extroverted isn't shy or confident. It's actually where you get your energy from. And I could probably do a whole masterclass on this. But one of the things that you'll notice is if you are more extroverted, you actually thrive off the energy of people. Being around people at the festive season actually lights you up. In that way, you'll find that you are more motivated. So conversely, if you know that the energy of people, you thrive off it, and it really lights you up, but you're maybe by yourself through a lot of this festive period, do things like go and work in cafes and bars, go and sit in a hotel lobby and work there. A lot of places will offer you, the ability just to work. You'll have Wi-Fi and things like that. And some places even have special packages where you can just go and work. If you have an office that you can go to, consider going into the office. So again, you've got that energy of people. This will be most motivational for you. Conversely, if you're more introverted, you're not shy, you're listening to what's going on, and you need to not have the energy of people around you, and this will almost like recharge your batteries. So if you're feeling worn out and you don't really understand why, this could be one of the biggest pieces for you. So if you need to recharge your batteries, make sure that you schedule in and build in plenty of you time. It could be that you journal. It could be that you sit somewhere quietly, and this will help to motivate you. I'd love to hear which of these tips you're going to try out first, or which one resonated the most. Let us know, comment below, and remember to subscribe and check out the ITT Future You on places like LinkedIn, on Instagram, even on Twitter as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week where we'll talk a little bit about how you can really go for your goals in the coming new year. Bye for now.